Thank you. Good morning and welcome to the Steve Jobs Theater. We have a huge morning planned for you with some truly big announcements, beginning with the App Store with Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade is the only place you can get unlimited access to over 100 groundbreaking, exclusive new games made for iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple TV. Instead of paying upfront for each game, your subscription lets you download and play any Apple Arcade game right from the App Store. Apple Arcade is available starting on September 19th, and that's in over 150 countries around the world. We'll be introducing over 100 new games to our launch catalog in the weeks ahead. Just $4.99 a month for the whole family. And we're launching with a 1-month free trial.
Thank you, Ann. Next up, Apple TV Plus. This summer, we released 3 trailers for a few of our premiere originals, like For All Mankind and Dickinson and The Morning Show. These are just a few of the exclusive originals from the exciting Apple TV Plus lineup. The first shows will be available on November 1st in over 100 countries at launch. $4.99 per month for your whole family. And so starting today, when you buy an iPhone, an iPad, a Mac, or an Apple TV, you'll get 1 year of Apple TV Plus included for free. Now let's turn our attention to iPad. And to tell you about the newest iPad, I'd like to invite Jaws to the stage.
We're replacing the 6th generation iPad with this, the new 7th generation iPad. So this is the new 7th generation iPad, 10.2-inch Retina display, support for Apple Pencil and a full-size smart keyboard, and as you would expect, great cameras, sensors, and ultra-fast wireless, all packed into a thin and light design that's durable and weighs about a pound. And for the very first time, our new, most popular iPad features the Smart Connector. Under the hood of this iPad is the A10 Fusion chip. And for the very first time, our enclosure is made from 100% recycled aluminum. This new iPad will start at just $329. And for our education customers, it's even more affordable at $299. You can order it today. It will start shipping at the end of the month. That's the news for iPad. Now back to Tim.
Next up, Apple Watch.
Introducing Apple Watch Series 5. The new always-on Retina display never sleeps, so the watch face is always visible. With previous models of Apple Watch, when you lowered your wrist, the display would go completely dark. But now with Series 5, you'll always be able to see your time and complications. It all starts with the industry's only low-temperature polysilicon and oxide display. LTPO allows the display to refresh dynamically from as high as 60 Hz to as low as 1 Hz. There's also a new low-power display driver, an ultra-efficient power management integrated circuit, and a new ambient light sensor while still maintaining the same all-day 18-hour battery life. Next, let's talk about another new feature in Series 5, a built-in compass. Now with the updated Maps app, you'll be able to see which way you're facing, just like on your iPhone. And there's even a new compass app, which allows you to see not only your heading, but also your latitude, longitude, current elevation, and incline. Now with Series 5, every cellular model has international emergency calling. So you can call emergency services in over 150 countries around the world just by pressing and holding down the side button, even without your iPhone. We're introducing new models for the first time in titanium. Series 5 will be available in ceramic as well. There are new Apple Watch Nike models featuring new Nike sport bands, new reflective sport loops, and cool new Nike watch faces. And there are new Hermes models, and these beautiful color block bands with a classic Hermes print. This year, we're also introducing Hermes models in black, featuring space black stainless steel cases, featuring handcrafted noir leather bands, always on display, compass, international emergency calling, and all the other great features, like it's swim-proof. You can take an ECG, fall detection, Apple Pay, all the new features of watchOS 6. Series 5 GPS models will start at just $399 and $499 for cellular models. You'll be able to order Series 5 starting today, right after the keynote. And they'll be available in our stores starting September 20th. And that's Apple Watch. Thank you. Back to you, Tim.
Next up, iPhone. This is iPhone 11, the next generation of iPhone. To tell you all about iPhone 11, I'd like to invite Cayenne to the stage.
iPhone 11 comes in 6 new colors with an all-new purple, white, yellow, green, black, and product red. It has a 6.1-inch liquid retina display with True Tone, wide color, tap to wake, and haptic touch in even more places with iOS 13. Videos are wonderful to watch on this display. And now we have spatial audio, which provides an immersive theater-like experience by creating a sound field around you using an Apple-designed virtualizer. And we support Dolby Atmos for an incredible sound experience. Now let's talk about camera. We have an amazing dual camera system with an all-new wide camera, with a new sensor with 100% focus pixels for faster autofocus, 3 times faster in low light. And we have a new ultra-wide camera with a 120-degree field of view. People love taking portraits on iPhone 11. And iPhone 11 has this wide-angle camera, so you can take these beautiful wide shots of portraits for people. But now with 2 cameras, we have stereoscopic depth. So now you can also take portraits of your favorite pets. Let's talk about night mode. Here's an image with night mode turned off. Here it is with night mode turned on. 4K resolution up to 60 frames per second. Slow-mo, time-lapse, cinematic video stabilization, and now extended dynamic range at 4K up to 60 frames per second. And this is across both cameras, which is pretty cool. A brighter flash, next-gen smart HDR, and the highest quality video. We've also updated our front TrueDepth camera to a wider 12-megapixel sensor. So now you can still take your 7-megapixel selfies as you normally would, but simply rotate to landscape to capture even more people using that wider sensor. Also on the front camera, we've added 4K video with extended dynamic range up to 30 frames per second. And you can also capture on the front at 4K 60 as well. Now we've also added slow motion video to the front camera for the first time. Well, now we're introducing the A13 Bionic, the next generation of our industry-leading chip. All right, so battery, an hour more than battery than in your iPhone XR, faster Face ID, water and dust resistance, wireless charging, Wi-Fi 6, and more. iPhone 11 at just $699. Thank you, and now back to Tim.
Thank you, Cayenne. The new iPhone 11 is simply amazing, but we didn't stop there. Thank you. Yeah. This is the iPhone 11 Pro, and these are the most powerful and most advanced iPhones that we have ever built in a stunning new design. I'd like to invite Philip.
Thank you, Tim. There's a beautiful new matte textured finish. iPhone 11 Pro comes in some gorgeous new finishes. This is an all-new midnight green. There's a very pro space gray, beautiful silver, and a new gold. It comes in 2 sizes, 5.8 inches and 6.5 inches. It's a new OLED panel that has 2 million to 1 contrast ratio, P3, wide color, True Tone, haptic touch, and now a much brighter, up to 1,200 nits. That's incredibly bright while also being 15% more energy efficient. In addition to that, it has the spatial audio sound that Cayenne told you about. It has HDR10, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. So we decided it's worthy of a new name. We call it the Super Retina XDR display. iPhone 11 Pro, you now get up to 4 hours longer in your day. And with iPhone 11 Pro Max, up to 5 hours longer in your day. And we're also including our fast charge 18-watt adapter in the box. Let's talk about the cameras. No question, my favorite part about iPhone. This is the first iPhone that we've had, a camera system that we call Pro. And it's really worthy of this name. So what does it have? First, it has a new wide camera that has a fast f1.8 aperture and focus pixels that cover 100% of the sensor. It is a new telephoto camera with a larger f2.0 aperture. It lets in 40% more light, and has a new ultra-wide camera with a super wide 120-degree field of view and a tremendous range of focus across the entire image. Now, all these work together with the A13 Bionic chip and its new generation image signal processor. It's using the neural engine of the A13 Bionic to create a whole brand new kind of image processing system. We call it Deep Fusion. All right, now let's talk about video. All three cameras shoot 4K, 60 frames a second, extended dynamic range video with beautiful highlights and shadow details. We actually paired the three cameras right at the factory, calibrating them for color and exposure. And then all the time while you're using them, we actually do some smart things like we, in real time, take data from the camera you're shooting with and prime the other cameras automatically for autofocus, auto exposure, color temperature, even tone mapping. So you can get a smooth transition across all three cameras while we minimize any shifts in color or exposure. There's also faster cellular, better water resistance, stronger glass, and so much more. So iPhone 11 Pro will start at $999, and iPhone 11 Pro Max at just $100 more at $1099. You can pre-order all of them starting this Friday at a new time, 5 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, so if you can get a few more hours of sleep. They'll all start shipping on September 20th. In addition to that, we're going to keep iPhone XR in the line, starting at just $599, and iPhone 8 at $449. So there's a lot of great options for people at all different price points. That is our news today.
Thank you and have a great day.